All praises to Yeshua, Yahweh, our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Welcome back to the Tactical Believers channel. And today we're going to be talking about why you should never sleep on the 40 Smith & Wesson. And I'm going to give you 5 reasons why you shouldn't sleep on the 40 Smith & Wesson. Let's get it. I think I will start with the Glock 22. We're going to start with the Glock 22 Gen 5. Both of these are chambered in 40 Smith & Wesson. So let's see what happens. Right. Dang, I'm trying to see which one that I want to try. Let's try that. Iron sights. Shooter. So okay, Glock 23. Let's see what we can do. All right, YouTube, first and foremost, this weapon is clear. This magazine is loaded, but I'm not going to insert the magazine back into the gun for educational and entertainment purposes only. It also included my own safety. So, yeah, why should you get into the 40 Smith & Wesson? Well, before we get into the 5 reasons, I just want to say this, that I love the 40. I'm a fan of the 40 Smith & Wesson. I don't understand why 40 gets the hate that it does. I shoot it all the time. I go to the range. I shoot my Glock 22 and my Glock 23. I love them. They're reliable. 40 ammo is available. It's slightly more expensive than 9mm, but I'm not going to get too ahead of myself. I'm going to make this video as quick as I can, so let's go into reason number 1. Reason number 1, you should get into the 40 Smith & Wesson because police trade-ins are vastly available. I will say this Glock 22 right here, that you see right here, this was a police trade-in. I bought this pistol dang nearly brand new. When I first got it, it was a police trade-in. I remember when I was at my FFL, I examined it, I looked at it, it had a few little holster scratches on it, but when you looked inside the barrel, inside the spring, man, it probably had maybe less than 100 rounds through it, man, and I think I paid probably right at about $500 for this. I bought my Glock 23, I bought that one brand new, but still, that was a Gen 3, and I think I paid about $450 for that. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure if you go to your FFL dealer, they deal with any local police department in that area. I'm pretty sure that you can find a Smith & Wesson, a Glock, or any gun of that nature that you can get in 40 Smith & Wesson. So, hey, why not jump on the train bandwagon? So, hey, get to it. Reason number 2. Let's face it, 40 caliber round right here, 40 caliber is much more, I won't say much more, but it's a more powerful caliber than 9mm. It's a heavier bullet. You can get 40 caliber anywhere between 180. I have seen some that was 200, 220 grain bullets. People who live in bear country actually carry 40 Smith & Wesson. But of course they carry bear loads, but 40 Smith & Wesson will get the job done. They make guns now that cycle 40 very, very well. I guess the only downfall about 40 that I can say that the 9mm actually has over the 40 Smith & Wesson is 9mm will penetrate, even though it's a lighter bullet, it's a faster bullet. so it will penetrate further than the 40 Smith & Wesson, but the 40 Smith & Wesson is going to have a whole lot more power to it. I keep saying a whole lot more, not a whole lot more, but it's going to have more power to it. So it's like this: do you want the Spear Zeus, or you want the Thor, or you want the hammer of Thor? So you had to make that decision. So not going to speculate too much on it. Look, the research is out there. 40 has been proven to be more powerful than 9mm. I know it's going to be some guys in the comment that's going to, hey, look, I get it. But it's proven. The videos are out there. The articles are out there. 40 Smith & Wesson is a powerful round than 9mm. So do your research. We're going to keep moving. Reason number 3. The 40 Smith & Wesson is a great, maybe not great, but I would say good defensive caliber. 40 Smith & Wesson, this right here, this is a great choice for a carry pistol. Sometimes I carry my Glock 23. I don't carry it as often, but from time to time I will carry it, and it's a good carry. 40 Smith & Wesson, the only drawback that I will say about this is the capacity. What you would get in a 9mm, you will probably get maybe 2 rounds, maybe 3 rounds less within the 40 Smith & Wesson, but it's like they say in the gun world, there's no such thing as a free lunch. You know, it's a trade-off. Everything that you do and everything that you get is always a trade-off. It's a trade-off in having a 9mm. It's a trade-off in having a 40. It's a trade-off in having a 45, 10mm, or whatever. So if you are considering using a 40 Smith & Wesson for self-defense or home defense like this right here, this is actually my home defense pistol. This right here is on my bedside, so when there is a bump in the night, I'm grabbing this. I didn't put too much into it. I got like a little cheap little Olight. I got some night sights for it because I particularly want to use this gun to use as a home defense pistol, so that's why I didn't go all out crazy with it, because I just need it to serve the purpose in the home. But yeah, but if you want to carry one, if you want to carry a 23 or a 27, or if you want to carry the Smith & Wesson, I think they have the Shield in 40 caliber, hey man, go for it. I don't hear anything but good things from people that I know personally that carry 40, so it will get the job done. It will definitely stop the threat. It need be. Hopefully that no one who's watching this will ever had to pull their firearm in a self-defense situation. But if that situation arises, you can count on the 40. Let's move on. Number 2. I've been waiting to get to this one because I have a story about this one. Ammo availability. Now, everywhere that I go, 40 caliber is abundant. I mean, the FMJ rounds, the practice rounds are available, self-defense rounds are available, specialty rounds are available. No matter where you go, 40 is going to be available. I got a story for you guys. This is how I personally got into the 40 Smith & Wesson. Okay, let's go back about 6 years ago during COVID in 2020. Now, during 2020, I had a few little guns, not as many as I had now, but I did have guns. But I had 2 9mm. I had a Glock 17, and I think I had like a Taurus G3C. Yeah, I had a Glock 17 and a Taurus G3C. 9mm, didn't have no 40. I was that guy that think, hey, all you need is a 9mm pistol. Now we get the job done, and that is true. 9mm. It's a more than capable round. It will get the job done. But COVID hit. Now, some of y'all gonna know where I'm going with this. Now, during the time, I did not have abundance of ammo. Like I said, I had a Glock 17, a Taurus G3C. I had maybe 2 boxes of practice loads, and I had about a box and a half of self-defense loads. So do the math, I had about 200 rounds of FMJs and about 150 rounds of self-defense ammo. And you know, I was just pretty much just that guy was like, hey, you know, this is all I need. It ain't like I'm about to go out there and go to war. This is all I need. Well, crazy things happened during 2020. It was probably more civil unrest between 2020 and 2021 that I have witnessed in my lifetime. So, you know, I remember I was like, man, look, stuff's starting to get real, man. I mean, people out here burning buildings down, you know, people protesting, you know, about stuff that's going on. And, you know, people talked about police brutality. People talked about taking advantage of people. And if you don't agree with them on this side, you know, you this and that. You know, I'm not going to get too political, but y'all guys know what I'm saying. So during that time, things were starting to get really, really violent. So I was like, man, you know, I got a rifle, I got 2 pistols. Man, I really, really need to go like stock up on ammo because I don't know what's about to happen. You know, drove to Dick's Sporting Goods, fresh out of 9mm. But guess what? 40 Smith & Wesson was there. Drove to Academy Sports, fresh out of 9mm. 40 Smith & Wesson was there. Drove to pretty much every FFL dealer, every gun store, pawn shop that you can think of that was in my city. Fresh out of 9mm. But guess what? 40 Smith & Wesson was there. See where I'm going? So, I tell you what. When I found 9mm, I remember I went to a mom and pop store that was in the suburbs. You know, it was outside the city. It was probably maybe about 25 minutes, 30 minutes outside the city because somebody told me that this particular place had it through word of mouth. So I said, okay, cool. I don't mind driving. I just need some ammo. I need some ammo and I need some ammo now. Drove out there and guess what? He had it. But guess what? This man was selling 9mm. I'm finna start with the practice loads. He was selling a box of 50. Steel case now. A box of 50 for $45 plus tax. And some of y'all know I'm not lying because that's what a lot of these mom and pop stores was doing. $45 steel case plus tax. So I would have wound up spending pretty much close to $50. His self-defense loads was running about $65 for a box of 50. So y'all probably saying I wouldn't have paid that, man. Look, hey, I had to bite the bullet, y'all, because for one, I was a family man. My children was babies during that time. You know, they're a little bit older now, but they was babies. I had to make a decision. I'm like, man, I really need to stock up on ammo. You know, I got babies at the house. I have a wife at home. You know, school shut down. Nobody's not going to school, so they're going to be at home. I don't know what's going to happen. You know, people are desperate. People done lost their jobs. People done got laid off their jobs. You know, people who had streams of income coming in, their income stopped coming in. So when people don't have the ability to provide for themselves or their family, people get desperate. And let me tell you something. A desperate person is a dangerous person during times like that. So I literally had to ching. Man, I spent about $200 on ammo. I got maybe about, I think I got 3 boxes of self-defense loads, and I think I bought 1 box of you know, practice loads just to practice with. And I drove back home like dang, I can't believe I got like that. But guess what? 40 Smith & Wesson, any type of ammo that you needed was widely available during COVID-19. So that's what got me thinking when I started to like get deeper and deeper and starting to get more into firearms. I said, you know what? I'm gonna get me a 40 Smith & Wesson, man, because I was like, look, if something like that was to ever happen again, and guess what? I believe that's gonna happen again. I believe that's gonna happen again where ammo started to drop like that. Look, I got 240 Smith & Wessons. Look, I can ship on the 40. I'm good enough with it. I done, you know, took this to the range, practice shot hundreds of rounds through it. I'm pretty much comfortable with it. So yeah, that's why I will tell you, this is really the main reason I was going to make a video just talking about this alone. But I wanted to kind of like, you know, throw some more stuff in there to kind of justify it a little bit better. But yeah, 40 Smith & Wesson, man, look, it's going to be there. Everybody has a 9. Everybody got 9. Everybody love 9. Great. I love 9mm. I carry 9mm almost every day. But look, 40 ain't going nowhere, guys. Regardless of how people feel about it, 40 ain't going nowhere. So yeah, that's my little story on the real reason why I got into 40 Smith & Wesson. So let's go to number 1. No. Dang, what's that number? And I'm counting backwards, guys. Anyway, let's go to the last one. And my number 1 reason, well, my number 5 reason, or my last reason, however you want to call it, is pretty much everything that I'm finna say in one. It's there, it's reliable, it's affordable, and it's shootable. My wife can shoot a 40 Smith & Wesson very well. My mom can shoot a 40 Smith & Wesson very well. You know, it takes some time to get used to if you never shot one before, but trust me, it's a gun that you can, with enough time and practice on the range, that you can shoot. I enjoy 40 Smith & Wesson. It will get the job done. Yes, you take a hit on capacity, you take a hit on penetration, but when that 40 Smith & Wesson make contact, it's going to do damage. You know, like I said earlier in this video, there's people in Bear Country that carry 40 Smith & Wesson. I know people personally that all they carry is 40 Smith & Wesson, and I was asked to do a video about this, and I was like, you know what? You know, let me just get my points together, and then yeah, I'll go ahead and make a video about it. So yeah, my final reasons is basically all the reasons that I have explained. 40 Smith & Wesson is there, it's available. You can get it when you need it. It's great for self-defense. Police officers to this day carry 40 Smith & Wesson. So even though it's a little bit more expensive than 9, it's going to be there when you need it the most. So alright guys, I'm going to wrap this video up. I know I seem like I was kind of rushing through this video, but look, I'm tired. You know, I'm tired. I'm ready to go to bed. I got to get up, do some things in the morning. So yeah, man. So hey, all my 40 guys that's listening to this video, hey, y'all hit me up in the comments, man. I know y'all out there, you know, so let me know. Was I right? Was I wrong? You know, was my opinion just an opinion? So just let me know in the comments. So hey, stay prayed up, stay saved up, stay strapped up, stay dangerous, stay holy. And I'ma holler at y'all on the next one.